Good morning, sir.
So once again, a very good morning, children. Today we are talking about story writing. In story writing, we have 5 to 6 components. We will discuss one after the other. First, we have to know what is a story. Story is a series of events that happens in a person's life. That is the meaning of a story. So it happens to all of us. It can be to your father, or it can be to you, or to a hero in a movie, or maybe a hero in a story. Clear? It happens for all of us. That is the meaning of a story. So some series of events that takes place in a person's life, it is called as a story. Clear? So the second one is a plot. Plot is nothing but it is main events that takes place in a story. That is called as a plot. Clear? Story should have a plot. Clear? So one of you read the first point. Divish Reddy, read ma. A good story. Read.
Sir, page number, course book.
Page number 19, course book.
Sir.
Vilohit.
Sir, 19, sir.
Page number 19, take.
Sir, a good story must have an interesting plot.
Plot.
Plot. A plot is the writer plan for what happens when and to whom. A plot is extremely important as it is a series of events that occur in a story leading to a dramatic
You have to
dramatic
say dramatic. Say
dramatic
hmm.
climax.
Climax. Say children,
Climax.
climax. Hmm.
It should convey the central theme.
Yes.
A
So with
good
this we can understand children. Here the story means a series of events that takes place in a person's life. A plot means some events, not all, some events we are taking as a major thing. Then we write a story. And also there should be a climax as well as a central theme. Based on theme only we write a story. So did you understand what you mean by the story here, children?
Yes,
yes, sir.
sir. Sir, can I read now?
Yes, read ma.
A good story must have realistic and interesting characters. Good character development is essential to story writing. They should have thoughts, feelings, passion, bonds, and each character should contribute to the story.
Yeah, very good.
A good
Enough. So the second point that we need to the third point we need to discuss characters. What is the first point, children, that we have discussed? Story. Second point, plot. Third point, characters. Clear? So did you understand what you mean by story, children?
yes, sir.
Second point, did you understand what you mean by the
Yes,
plot?
sir.
Plot. Did you understand what you mean the plot? Respond. Plot means
Sir,
some main events of a person's life. That is called as a plot. So story means series of events. There are many series of events. See the variation. Okay, in plot. So when that situation happened, where the situation had happened, everything will take into an account. Clear? So now we are talking about the characters. So without characters, we can't imagine. Children, look here. Without character, we can't imagine a story. So there should be some characters. So in these characters, there are three important characters that I want to discuss with you. The first one is okay, a protagonist. Right there with a pencil. PRO.
wait, sir.
Page number 19. There you write where there is a characters. There you write protagonist. PROTAGONIST. Protagonist.
Sir,
Sir,
which point, sir?
sir, which paragraph?
Second paragraph,
Okay,
characters.
sir.
Have you seen? In
Yes,
characters,
sir.
you need to write protagonist.
Sir, can you tell again?
Yes.
Spelling.
PRO TA GO PROTAGO NIST protagonist.
Okay, sir.
Protagonist. The second
Okay,
one
sir.
is antagonist. The second one is antagonist. The third character is potent. 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 Okay. So now, children, all of you look at the board once. Okay. Are you able to see?
Yes.
Yeah. See.
Yes, sir,
We are,
can see.
we are talking about story. Okay. In story, the first one we have to know what do you mean by the story. Secondly, we have to know plot. Thirdly, we have to know characters. Characters. Fourth, okay, we have to know about setting. Setting. Fifth, okay, after setting, you have to know climax. Climax. See, children, once how we have to write a story. I'm giving the clarification for you. Okay. So see this triangle once. Okay. First, introduction of the character. Introduction of the character is the first one. Second one, rising action. Rising action. Climax. This is the third one. Fourth, falling action. Fifth, denouement. Denouement means, children, ending part. In simple words, ending part. Okay. So only for you, I have learned to write on the board clearly. So now I think you are able to see. It was not happening yesterday, right? So first, already I told you what I mean with the story. Did you understand story, children? A series of events is a story. Next, plot. Some events, not all. So when that event had taken place, so that leads to another event. So that all events together, it makes a story. Clear? Next,
Yes, sir.
characters. So in characters, there are three things we have to know. One, two, three. Who are those? Okay. So the first character, protagonist. I will write here. Protagonist. Protagonist. Are you able to see? Second character, antagonist. Antagonist. Okay. Third character, potent. Potent. So, children, all of you listen. You understood what I mean the plot. Next, characters. So, in characters, the first one is the protagonist. Protagonist is a hero or maybe a noble character in the story. Remember this. Is a noble character in the story. Protagonist. Second, antagonist. Antagonist is a villain in the story who opposes whatever the hero says. That character is called as a antagonist. Next, potent. Potent is a villain. Sorry, is a confidential person. Potent. These three things you have to remember. A supporting character who potent is a supporting character for the protagonist. Protagonist is a hero, remember. Okay. Antagonist is a villain. Potent is a confidential person or maybe friend. You have to remember. Clear? Next, did you understand children characters?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
can you share screen again?
Characters. Okay. Protagonist is none other than a hero in the story. Protagonist. The story moves around a hero always. Remember that character is called as a protagonist. Did you understand? Secondly, antagonist. Antagonist always opposes whatever the says by a hero. That character is called as a antagonist. Clear? Potent. Potent is a confidential friend of a protagonist. These characters you have to remember. Friend here. Friend. Do remember children. Friend. So who creates a conflict? Who creates a
Hello,
conflict
sir.
is sorry. Yes, tell me.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, can you share screen
Sir, your
again?
voice is breaking, sir.
Okay, now are you able to understand whatever that I said? Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Characters, up to characters, did you understand? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
There is
Sir, can you share screen again?
why ma?
Sir, I can't see, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now we understood the characters. Next, followed by setting. Okay. Sita,
Sir, should I read?
just 1 minute, ma. Let me discuss with you setting. So setting means where does the action takes place? It is called as setting. Remember this. In story, setting means where does the action takes place? Okay, it can be in city, or it can be rural place, or it can be elsewhere. Where does this action takes place? It may be in the kingdom also certain times. So children, look here. I will say a story for you. Just you imagine, because story is a combination of real life as well as imagination, right? So that is why certain times you have to imagine too. Clear? So now there is a hero. He is standing under a tree. Now it has been raining. Then the hero drenched under the water. You know, drenched, no? Meaning of drenched. So he is wet. Then he doesn't know what to do. Then he started his bike. So before starting his bike, he has taken his purse. In the purse, he has seen a picture. Okay. In that picture, there is a photo. Now he has gone to flashback. Have you seen the technique? Flashback technique in the story. So actually, it has been raining and the water has been falling on the person. Now he has taken the purse and then he's looking at a picture. It can be a mother, can be a friend, can be anybody. He has seen the picture. Now he has gone to flashback. Clear? So where does the setting has taken place now? Children, tell me. Yes, where is the setting? The setting has taken place under a tree and also under the water. Clear? The hero is standing under a tree as well as the rain is falling. Clear? That is called as a setting. Another example that I can give for setting is okay, maybe the kingdom where there is a king sitting there and talking with his ministers. You can imagine talking with the ministers. It is also a kind of setting. Is that fine? Did you understand what is the setting, children? Yes. So this part I will explain after reading setting. Go ahead, read ma.
Sir,
A good story.
a good story must have a delighted description of the setting,
Detailed. Children, read carefully. Detailed.
detailed description of the setting, i.e., that is the place where the story is taking place. A good, well-established setting creates an intimate mood and provides the backdrop and environment for your story.
Okay.
The story
Read loudly. What happened for you? So a
okay,
good,
sir.
well-established setting creates an intended mood and provides a backdrop and environment for your story. So without setting, your story is nothing, children. So that is why we have to know maybe some flowers. Beside of the flowers, if you are so happy, you take your camera to the flowers and you can sing a song, which means you are so happy. Clear? Next point. The
The
story.
story becomes more interesting if some believable dialogues or conversations are included in it. This adds a very natural touch to it.
Okay, wait, children. See here. Dialogue. Okay. So dialogue delivery is very important when you're writing a story. Clear? So mostly this dialogue has to be in the which tense? We have to use simple, simple past. We have to use, children, when you're writing a story. Which tense you have to use? You have to use simple past, children. Example
Simple
of
past.
simple past.
Simple past.
Example, tell me.
Example,
He lived. Okay.
he lived or he
There
played.
was
He drive.
He played.
there was a snake. Okay. Mostly it is in the simple past, the story. You can use the past perfect also for explaining the story. So simple past as well as 1 minute. Okay. Simple past as well as past perfect can be used in story writing. That is why your grandmother says, once upon a time there was a hunter. He went to he went to the jungle. There he found or came through a snake. Have you heard these stories?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So mostly what they use a simple past. And then second one, past perfect. Past perfect tense. So in past perfect tense, okay, I'll give an example so that you will be understand. Okay, I had had spoken with you.
Last time.
Hmm. Is it past or present? I had spoken with you.
Past.
Past, because already I had spoken with you. Clear? So even in story we can include these words. So with this we need to understand that the dialogues whatever that you write in a story, that has to be in simple past or a past perfect tense. Mostly you have to use a past tense. Clear? Dialogues are very important. So the dialogue delivery must be good. Clear? Next, read ma.
A good story needs a interesting or unexpected climax.
Okay,
The
wait.
whole story
Minute,
must
1 minute. So a good story needs an interesting or unexpected climax. Here, don't misunderstand by climax means that is the end of a story. Here the climax. See the triangle all of you once. What is the first point here? Introduction. The story begins. We are
First is introduction, second is
introduction.
rising
1
action,
minute.
third is climax.
Fourth is falling action. Fifth is
The first one is introduction. Clear?
yes, sir. Second is rising action.
So the example for introduction. Okay, as I told you, the person is standing under the tree. Clear? It has been raining. So there only we see only one person. That is an introduction. Then followed by rising action. Afterwards, what happened to the person? So he has taken a purse, and then in the purse, what we see a picture of his mother. So he directly is going to the flashback. There, his sister, his mother, and everybody they used to live. Okay, they lived very happily. So rising action that is. So in the story there is an antagonist protagonist who opposes a hero. So rising action takes place like that. Next followed by climax. Climax is a situation where all the problems are kept as a knot. Do understand? In climax, all the problems are kept as a knot. So a joker will come. Immediately when a joker comes, all the problems will be relieved. Understood? All the twists they are out. The slowly falling action, and the hero and the villain they fight together, and then they bring the mother from the jail, and then they will be happy in ending part denouement. Clear? So
Yes,
this
sir.
is yes introduction. There should be introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, falling action, and denouement is nothing but ending part, ending of the story. So try to understand climax means not the ending part. So the ending starts with the climax. You have to remember. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
The whole story must naturally lead to it. A surprise ending makes the story more interesting.
Hmm. So the whole story must naturally lead to a surprise ending makes the story more interesting. So if there are no twists in the story, so will you read the story? No. Or maybe even in movie also. If there are no twists, we don't want to see a movie. For example, if you have taken a movie like Bahubali, how many people have watched the movie Bahubali? Yes, all of you might have watched, right? Bahubali movie. So there, what you have seen?
Yes, sir.
The climax. Have you seen the climax in between? When I explain the story, you will be understanding. But you try to understand. Climax means the ending part starts, and then slowly denouement comes. The ending part comes. Clear? Read.
Sir,
You
can I read?
read.
How can I read?
Anyone read?
Use of good vocabulary such as adjectives, figures of speech, and interesting words make the story more enjoyable and readable.
Yes. So not only using good vocabulary, children. So what you have to use? You have to use figures of speech also. Remember this. You know figures of speech, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know how to use figures of speech? No, sir. Right? Yes. See the figures of speech. How we have to use figures of speech. Okay, you know simile, right?
Simile metaphor.
Simile. What is simile? Simile is
So,
simple
Like,
Either
comparison between
so
two
like,
distinctive things or two
Sir,
separate things.
comparison of sentences like
Yes, using words like
so,
like, as,
as,
so as,
so
as,
as, so as.
okay, so as, or maybe as dot dot as. Okay. For example, okay, their smile is like a red, red rose. See, children. So I'm comparing your smile with what? With red rose. Their smile is like a red, red rose. You can say their smile is like a red rose, but nobody reads. That's not interesting. But if I say their smile is like a red, red rose, so in figurative language, what we do, we give life to a dialogue. Understood? For the skeleton, you give skin. Then people see that this person is healthy. Understood? When they see this sentence, they feel very happy. Their smile is like a red, red rose. Shall I give one more example? Okay. He
Yes, sir.
is like a lion in the battle. Lion in the, sorry, in the battle. Okay. See, he is like a lion in the battle. Yeah. So he is compared with what? Lion.
Lion.
But he is different. Lion is different. But so what is the common here? Yes. Their character is common. He is very ferocious, same like a lion. That is why he is like a lion in the battle we have written. So one more example I'll give you here. Okay. Uh, her heart is as cool as cool as a snow. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So her heart is as cool as a snow. So as cool as, comparing heart with what?
No.
No. Or maybe sponge. That's of your choice. Either way, you can say. So that is why you have to use figures of speech. So when you want to compare summer, how do you compare? Or when you want to say about clouds. So by looking at my pathetic situation, clouds wept. Clear? That's a personification, metaphor. You have to use them. So read more. A story.
A story with a message for its readers is always appealing.
Yeah, a story with a message for its readers is always appealing. So finally, what you have to remember, you have to give a message for the people. Understood? Without giving message, nobody accepts your story. So one of you give me some messages, children. Yes, message.
Stay home, stay safe.
Yes. So the wasted time. See here. The wasted time never returns. See the quotation. The wasted time never returns. This is the theme you have to keep in the mind. Then you need to start to write the story. So once upon a time, there was a uh, line which is so clever. It knows how to save the time. So like that, we have to start, and then you have to create the characters, introduction, rising action, climax, falling action, and then finally you give ending. And then when the people read this story, they should get a message from your story. You try to understand, children. Do you see what I mean, children? So did you understand storytelling today?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All the ingredients of story writing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Take page number 20.
Some
Uh,
Sir, still 2 minutes are left.
Page number 20, children.
Sir, still 2 minutes are left for class finishing.
Don't worry about time. Okay, when it gets over, let's wind up. I will be talking with you homophones today. Okay, after this topic.
Okay, sir.
Okay, homophones.
Fill in the blanks with the correct homophones and complete the sentence.
Homophones. What do you mean by the homo, children? Homo means similar. Phones means sound.
Homophones means which two words have the similar
Yes.
sound but another pronunciation.
Hmm. Okay, good. Listen. Homophones. Homo means similar. Phone means here sound. Having similar sound. The words, whatever that we speak or write, homophones means here having similar sound. I'll give an example so that you will get a good definition based on this. Example. Okay. S-O-N, sun.
Sir, C.
S-U-N, sun. Okay. Now
Sun.
you can identify the difference. So, homophone, same sound. There should be same sound.
Sir, C.
Okay. Same sound, same spelling. Sound means pronunciation. Clear? Same, sorry, a different spelling.
Different spelling, same pronunciation.
Yeah. Okay, different spelling.
Same pronunciation, same sound, and same different spelling.
Okay, different spelling. Clear? S-O-N, sun. S-U-N, sun. Have you noticed the difference?
Yes.
Yes. Same pronunciation. Sun. Okay, but a different spelling here. And meaning also different.
Yes, sir.
1 minute. I think.
Sir, time is up, sir.
Uh-huh. Different meaning.
It will end itself now.
1 minute.
Anvita?
See, so there should be